So in a similar lines, I have a something called as a too old exception. Even this will extend your runtime exception. So creating a constructor of that intention of writing the super of a message is to print the information using a print stack trace, right? So that's it. Let me just compile and check did we do all things properly or not. Compiled fine. Yes, soon you will find a match because you wrote a age as a 34. So if you are giving us some 16, then it should rise exception, right? Oh, you are too young for finding a match. Clear with the things, right? Now whatever the information, whatever the messages you are printing onto the user, so it is completely according to the code whatever you have written, right? So what I mean to say is, say for example, if I'm here, actually I need to throw too young, right? If my age is less than 21, I have to throw too young exception. Instead of this, if I feel like here by mistake, right? So by mistake I'm throwing a too old exception, right? So it will print that particular suitable message. It will say like you are too old for finding a match, right? So what I'm saying is, if I am interchanging these exceptions, if I am interchanging these exceptions, right? So now what I have done, if a age is less than 20, I'm saying you are too old, right? If a age is greater than 16, now I am saying you are too young. Okay, so what I said, it is completely up to you which particular exception you wanted to rise, right? So now the value of a age is a 16, so it will say you are too young, too old for the marriage, correct? So hence proved this is a customized exception, which one you are calling based on your requirement, right? So system is not intervened in this particular aspect. Whenever you want to call the particular exception, you are calling that particular exception based on your requirement. Any questions so far? Are we clear with the example?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, in here, why it's not printing like what we did here? If we change the age, it will print you're too young. In here, age is 16. If we write above 16, it will print you are too old.
Here is the output.
Yes, sir.
See, age is a 16. When age is a 16, which throw you are writing now? You are saying a too old exception.
Okay, sir.
I am
Yes,
saying
sir, got
like
it.
it is up to us. When you want to throw that particular exception, it is up to us. It will not be knowing when to call the which particular exception.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Okay, so can I just interchange this one and keep it in a proper fashion? Control X. Okay. I just did this change just to show you like it is up to you when to call which particular exception, right? And it will be a completely dependent on your requirement. Okay, so I said that we need to discuss a point why we are extending this particular runtime exception itself. Why not a normal exception? Can't we just extend a normal exception? Our intention of creating some class is, see, this particular class should not be a normal class. It should be a subclass of your throwable class, right? With respect to throwable class, we have already seen a hierarchy saying that first there will be a throwable inside of that particular throwable. That means a child class of that particular throwable class will be your exception class, and a child class for your exception class is a runtime class, runtime exception class, right? So now what I'm saying is, instead of extending a runtime exception, can't I extend the exception class directly? Right? Even if I am writing like this, am I making a my class as a subclass of a throwable class? Yes. Even by this way also, you are making your class as a subclass of your throwable class. Perfect. Now let us compile and check, will it work fine or will it throw you some error? Throwing some errors. It is throwing some two errors. Let us just read what kind of error it is throwing. Okay, so what it is saying, unreported exception. See, it is throwing error, not an exception, right? So keep that one in mind. It is throwing a error. What error it is throwing? Unreported exception too young. Wait a second. Generally, when you are getting an exception, were you getting an exception during a runtime? Runtime, right? Compilation was working fine. When you are going for a runtime, that time it was just throwing you an exception saying that arithmetic exception, age is a too young, too old, all those things, right? Compilation, it was not showing anything. Now, when I'm extending an exception class, right, it is throwing me a error during the compilation itself, right? And what it is throwing? Unreported exception to young. Unreported in the sense, it don't have information about this. Unreported means it is not reported with respect to JVM, right? Okay, so let us read a error statement. It is saying unreported exception too young. That means it is not reported. Okay, if it is not reported, what has to be done? It is saying must be caught. Oh, that means if you are extending an exception class, right, then it will become a unexpected. That means unreported exception, right? So what is the statement of error says? Unreported exception to young. That means this exception has been not reported. Okay, so if not reported, what has to be done? It must be caught. Can we write a simply catch block? It must be caught, it is saying, right? So that means you need to catch that particular exception. Okay, so can we just write a catch block? No, not possible. We have to write a try block, then a catch block. Correct? Huh. That means for any exception at somewhere during a compilation itself, if it is throwing you an error saying that unreported exception to young must be caught, that means during a compilation itself, it is saying that writing these kind of structures is not possible, right? That is what exactly the error means. Correct? Huh. Now, what we need to remember is, with respect to that particular diagram, I'll show you. 1 second. See how many times we are referring to this particular diagram. Okay, so we have a throwable class. Under that we have an exception class, we have a runtime exception class. When we were extending this particular runtime exception, it was not throwing any error for us, right? It was compiling perfectly. When you are running a program, then only the suitable exception it was throwing. Correct. Now what we have done is we have extended this particular exception. When I have extended this particular exception, it is saying that unreported, right? So why it is showing that particular unreported? Let us see that particular point, right? So read the statement for a checked exception and unchecked exception, right? So what does a checked exception means? When a JVM is already expecting an exception, right, then a JVM want to include an exception causing a statement in an exception handling a block. Okay, so let it be. If an unexpected exception is raised which is not written in a program, that is called unchecked exception. Example of that is runtime exception. Oh, that means if you are handling, that means if you are extending a runtime exception, are we making our class as the unchecked exception? My question is, when you were extending runtime exception, when your class was extending runtime exception, right? Whether we made our user defined class belong to unchecked exception block, that means in a category of unchecked exceptions. Be clear with the discussion. If you have any questions, you can post those questions. What I'm saying is, previously we have written something like class to young exception extends runtime exception. When we write this particular statement, we are defining one user defined class. Correct. Which category of exceptions it will belong to? As you are extending a runtime exception, your class will belong to unchecked exceptions category, right? So when does this particular unchecked exceptions will be checked? Unchecked exceptions will be checked, right? Somewhere. Okay. So when this will be done? During a runtime. During a runtime, these unchecked exceptions will be checked. What about the checked exceptions? Checked exceptions are the exceptions which JVM will be expecting, right? If you are extending your class, extends exception means you are making your class as checked exception user defined class. What I mean to say is, if our user defined class is extending runtime exception, if our user defined class is extending runtime exception, then that user defined class belongs to unchecked exceptions category. Okay, if our exception is extending a exception class, right, then it belongs to checked exceptions category, right? And, in the previous class I told you, when a exception is a checked exception, that statement need to be written under a try catch block only. Clear with the statements? Whether all the statements which I made are clear. I have not discussed the solution how to rectify the error which you got in a JEdit. So what I'm saying is, I'm just giving you a theoretical aspects. What I'm saying is, if your user defined class is extending a runtime exception, then we are making our class as unchecked exception class. Okay, if we are extending our user defined class with a class called a exception, then we are making our user defined class as checked exception class, right? So when a class is a checked exception, then those statements must be written under try catch block. If you are clear with these statements, then I will modify my program to just show you how to, what are the steps you need to take if you are extending exception class. Expecting acknowledgement. Clear. Okay. Now what we have to do is, wherever we are calling our checked exception class, those statements must be written under a try catch block. So here I'm getting an error saying that this particular unreported exception to Eng must be caught, right? So what is Brahan has posted in the chat box is, he has declared a throws keyword. So that we will be discussing later. So to solve this particular issue, we have two approaches. One, you can write a try catch block, or another one is by writing a throws keyword. So that we will discuss later. First, we will concentrate on this particular try catch. Right. So where is the possibility of your exception to be raised? So in this particular block, wherever you are throwing, there is a possibility. That is a place where there is a possibility of exception, right? So throwing in the sense you are explicitly saying that here that will be a possibility of error. Okay. So now let me enclose this particular possible block of errors in a try block. Okay. So catch exception E, right? So system dot out dot println whatever is there with respect to E that I wanted to print. Whatever is the object, whichever object has been raised this particular issue, the content of that particular object I wanted to print. Clear? What might be the output if I am writing a statement something like this? Age is a 16. What is the condition you are checking? If age is a less than a 21, okay, so condition will be satisfied. Throw new to young. To young exception will be thrown. Okay, so you have a description written for that. When once you are saying a throw new followed by that particular statement, so you are raising an exception. Once you are raising an exception, that will be caught by a catch block. Right? So within a catch block, you wrote a system.out.println something with respect to E. Clear? Right. So now let us check what might be the output if we are writing the statements something like this. Customized, done. Yes. Too young, you are too young for finding a match. Right? So whether a program is termed abnormally, all right. So initially it was throwing a message something like this, right? It was throwing a message something like exception in the thread main, too old, you are too old for finding a match at a customized exception dot main in the bracket customized exception dot java colon 21, right? So if it is giving a this much a description, then obviously it means that it has a terminated a process abnormally, because it is showing a Java exited with a code 1. Code 1 in the sense abnormal termination. This is what we have said in the last classes, right? So now let us see what is the code for this one, right? So it is not a printing that much a description, rather it is just a printing too young, you are too young for finding a match, right? So from where you are getting this particular message, you are getting from this particular constructor, right? So which is a part of your print stack. Okay, so description has been printed. This means this particular description, will it be now printed with a print stack trace? No, it will not be printed with a print stack trace. Rather, this particular throw, it is object, right? So it will be creating object of this particular thing. That particular object is nothing but this particular E, and this particular E will be directly printed here. Okay, so here instead of writing an exception, you can write your defined exceptions like a too young exception, another catch block, too old exceptions can be written. Right? So what is the overall conclusion is, if you are extending your exception class, then you are creating your user defined class as checked exception class. Okay, when something is a checked exception class, then it must be held in try catch block. Clear with the things? Sir, if we go with a try catch, then why we include throw? Simply can't be done with try catch itself. See, actually very good question asked. See, thing is, say for example, try catch is actually checking for an exception, correct? Now, whether this particular exception is user-defined exception, user-defined exception in the sense, based on your requirement, you are throwing this particular exception. Okay. If I am not using a throw, if I am not using a throw, these particular statements will be executed as if a normal class and a normal working. This will never be considered as explicit exception itself, right? So say for example, if age is less than 21, just assume that you are not writing this particular throw statement. If age is less than 21, what it is doing? It is doing new to end of you are too young for a finding a match. I'm just explaining a statement without considering that particular throw keyword, right? So according to this, what has to be done? New to end of this particular statement means the constructor of that particular part will be executed, right? So what is there with respect to constructor? Super of a message. Super of a message means without arising a exception. See, what you have to remember is there are 2 points. One is whether you are terminating a program normally or abnormally. If you are terminating it normally, you will be writing a try and a catch block. If you are terminating it abnormally, then it will be stopping there itself wherever a throw has been encountered. So it will print a description of whatever was the error, right? So that was the reason. So in this case, what happens if I'm not writing a throw statement? What happens is it will be working as if some normal constructor part, super of message. That means in a parent class, if it got any method which can print this particular string, that particular string will be printed. Nowhere it will throw something like an exception. Nowhere it will say like exception in a line number this was expected and this has been done. Nowhere it will print those kind of statements. When you are writing a throw statement, then only it will consider that you are raising some exception. You are telling that something is wrong there, right? So when you are not writing a throw statement, things will occur and things will be printed as if like a normal print statement. Did I answer your question? Okay, so let us see the program statement now. Okay. So go through the statement carefully. So then we will discuss few important points with respect to this particular statement. Whether a statement was clear. A class account you have to create. So this particular class account with the minimum balance of 1,000 rupees. Abraham, let me finish explanation, then you can try. If you want to try, you can try, no problem. Okay, so what the requirement is saying is a class account with a minimum balance 1,000 rupees, right? That means once you create object of a class account, 1,000 rupees need to be deposited. That means if you are creating object of this particular account class, right? So you need to have some default constructor. So when a default constructor executes, the balance should be 1,000 rupees. That means account created means 1,000 rupees with a minimum balance of 1,000 rupees. That means if you give 1,000 rupees only, you will be opening account for you, right? So that is a condition. Then you need to have a method called a deposit to deposit amount, and you need to have a method called a withdraw to withdraw amount. Correct? During a withdraw, you have to cross check. You have to cross check whether your balance is below 1,000 or what. If a balance is below 1,000, it has to throw exception saying that less balance exception, right? If an account holder tries to withdraw money which makes a balance less than 1,000, right? So what other things should be there with respect to a class account? You should have a class account followed by a one constructor. So whenever object has been created, 1,000 rupees should be a minimum deposit amount. That means a balance amount with respect to account. You have a constructor. Then you have a method called a deposit for a depositing amount. So for a depositing amount, you don't have any restrictions. It will be just incrementing whatever was the previous balance. it will be taking a previous balance. Now if you are adding a money, so that will be added for your existing balance, right? So if you had 1,000 rupees in your account, if you are depositing one more 1,000, so balance will become a 2,000. That is a deposit method. Withdraw method, while performing a withdrawal, you have to cross check whether your balance is crossing 1,000 rupees or what, right? If it is less than 1,000, then it has to throw you an exception saying that less balance exception, right? So with respect to class account, one constructor, one deposit method, and one withdraw method. Clear? Then you need to have a class. That means less balance exception is user defined exception, correct? So that is with respect to a bank requirement, right? So you have to create one less balance exception which returns the statement that says withdraw amount some rupees is not valid. Clear? Whatever amount request has been given, say for example, if you have given a request for a withdraw for some 5,000, right? So it should throw a message saying that withdrawing of 5,000 is invalid. Clear? Two classes. Then a class which creates two accounts through which both deposit and withdraw operations are performed. Right? You should have a main class. From the main class, you need to create a two accounts. With respect to those two accounts, you have to deposit amount, withdraw amount. Right? So if you are depositing, no issues with respect to deposit. If you are withdrawing, then you have to cross check whether a balance is less than 1,000 rupees. If a balance is less than 1,000, then it has to raise a suitable exception for you. Right? Shall we do this program, or we'll discuss this one in the next class so that you will spend some time on an example whatever I have discussed already? It is up to you. If you are comfortable with the previous example, then we can directly go with this one for a coding. If you say like, no sir, we require some time for a previous example, we will understand that one, then we will try for our own. If not, we will discuss in a tomorrow's class.